This is so random, but I just got a text message from a friend who just started her own YouTube channel, and she's really working hard to really make this like a business. You know, her passion, she wants to make money from it. We all want to do what we love and make a living from it. You know what I mean? Like when people talk about you finding your passion, you find the thing that even if you're not getting paid for it, you wouldn't mind doing it. But at the same time, you have to make a living, right? Like everyone has to make a living. Services that are rendered have to be paid for. So I just wanted to send this quick message to all of the small influencers and just influencers in general who may not have known this. So when you first start a YouTube channel, an Instagram page, a website, whatever it is that you're doing, you run into this thing where brands want to work with you to send you product in exchange for content, right? So they want to send you free stuff in exchange for you promoting it on your page or whatever the case may be. Now, in the influencer world, smaller influencers, micro influencers, which are influencers under 10K, they have very high engagement, meaning that their audience is very engaged in their activity. Their audience actually comments on what they're posting about. Their audience is actually like possibly buying the things that they're talking about and posting. Large companies or just brands in general know this. It's free marketing and free promotion for them. Free marketing, free promotion. If they send it to a smaller influencer, knowing they don't have to pay them, they're just going to send them product. Now, I'm not saying that every company is like this, but there are a lot of companies that are out there like this. When I was in university, I studied marketing, and I'm telling you, in marketing, if you were to add up the cost of what it cost for a company to run an ad campaign, you're talking about hiring a model, hiring a photographer, hiring a hairstylist, hiring a makeup artist, renting the space in which they are going to shoot, the cost for travel to fly people out if they need to fly people out. All of these things cost companies thousands of dollars. And when I say thousands of dollars, I don't mean like $2K, $3K, $4,000. I mean like $10,000 and upward. Now, when I was younger, I wanted to be an actress. And in the acting world, if you did like commercials, national campaigns, and maybe this is just union based. I don't know if this is everyone, but I remember being a kid and we went to this audition for a Nabisco commercial. Nabisco is a national company. Any national campaign that you get starts at 10K. This was back in the 90s. In the 90s, they were paying people $10,000 to be in a national commercial. So we're talking 2020. Even if the company isn't national, they should be paying you something very decent for the services that they are rendering through you. So if a company sends you something and they say, hey, can we send you, what is it, a home decor item maybe? Can we send you a faux plant and you post about it in exchange for da-da-da? I get it. You're a small page or YouTube channel or Instagram page. You're a smaller account, so you're wanting to grow. You know, you're hoping maybe the company's going to repost your image. But here's what you need to understand. There's this thing called perpetuity, right? Perpetuity means forever. Forever. Now, a lot of times when they send you this stuff and you're basically signing your rights away, saying that they have the rights to your images. When you say, yes, you can use this on your page, or yeah, I'll take the free plant in exchange for the photos, you're basically signing away your images. Some companies will actually send you a contract with perpetuity in there saying that, yes, you will sign away the rights to your images. Now, here's the problem with that. If that company were to use that on their Amazon page, on their website, on a billboard, and they have every right to legally to use that in any advertising they choose, whether it's television commercial, billboard, whatever the case may be, they can use your image. And guess what? You will get nothing. You could walk through a mall and see your face in a window of a store and you will get nothing for that. Sure, you're in a window of a store and you could take a selfie with yourself, but you will get nothing for that. So while they're eating the bread that you're giving them, you're getting nothing. So when a company sends you something and they say, oh, can you do this in exchange for da-da-da? You have the right to say, hey, I can sell you the rights to my images for 1 year for a couple $100s. That is very reasonable, especially for a smaller account. Don't be intimidated if you have 1,000 followers, 2,000, 4,000, 5,000. That's still very reasonable, because when they have these photo shoots and they're using the models and the photographers, that photographer, he ain't selling his images for $200 or $100. So even if you offer them a couple $100 for 1 year to the rights, you're still giving them a deal. Don't feel bad about that. You're still actually doing something that's considered a bargain for them. But when you are giving your rights to the company and giving them perpetuity, they can use this at any time. And you as a person, you don't know where you're going to be in 10, 5 years, 15 years. Heck, you might decide to run for president in 40 years or 10 years, or I don't know how old you are, but I know presidents are usually older. But let's say you run for president, right? Or you run for some office, or you become someone famous, or you become something more than whatever you are at the moment. Guess what? They have your images in their stock. They have your images that they could use at any time, and they will profit from that. And guess what? Again, you got nothing from that. You will get nothing. So stop selling the rights to your images for free. Stop giving away the rights to your images, I should say. Demand that these companies give you something for it. I'm not saying charge them $1 million or $10,000, but something should be charged in exchange for that. Because at the end of the day, it's a problem that needs to be solved, right? This company needs advertising. They need to get their product out there. They need to get their name in front of eyeballs. And you might be thinking, oh, well, why do they want me? I only have 500 followers. I only have 1,000 followers. Yeah, but if they contacted 100 other influencers just like you, that's 100 times 500 following, okay? So they've now, instead of paying a larger influencer, which they don't want to do, and I'm not saying they should or they shouldn't, but I just want you to think about what's happening here, right? Instead of paying a larger influencer $10,000, $20,000, right? Someone who has 150,000 followers or 500,000 followers, right? They could just reach out to 500 small accounts that have 1,000 followers each. And boom, they've solved their problem. And guess what? Because you have a smaller following, they know you're going to accept it. So now they just, instead of that 10K or that 50K that they would have given that influencer, instead of them dividing that up and give everyone $100 or $1,000 a piece, they just asked you to do it for free and you did it. And so at the end of the day, you're contributing to a free market. A free market. So please stop selling yourself short. Believe in yourself. Know your value and know your worth. Know what you should be charging these people. Know that you can get something. It doesn't have to be nothing. Another example is a company who wanted to send me a bike, right? Huge company. They wanted me to buy the bike, be reimbursed by them for the bike. And I couldn't understand why this was. But marketing 101, guys. Marketing 101. I had to tap into my knowledge of marketing just to break down the logistics of this, to understand how this works and why this is. So they wanted me to go to their Amazon store, type the name of their product in, find the product, match it to make sure it's coming from their actual store, that they're the seller, and then buy it from there. Now, what that does is, by you searching, let's say they have 500 other girls or influencers just like me that are going into the Amazon app and they're typing in this particular name, this product, this brand, right? Because they asked me to type in the brand name and the actual product. What that does is that drives their product to the top of the search engine. So now you're doing SEO work for them. Do you know how much SEO people charge to do SEO on websites? To search engine optimization is what SEO is. Do you know how much people charge for search engine optimization so that your website and your product shows up in the top 5 or the first page of Google or any search engine that they're using? Amazon is essentially a search engine in the bar where you type in the product that you're looking for. So now you are giving them free SEO by you typing in their product in Amazon, driving, you see what I'm saying? Driving the algorithm to push their product to the forefront. That's a service in and of itself that should be charged for. Then, after they asked me to do that, I must purchase the bike, and then they reimburse me. And the reason why they did that is for the search engine stuff. They want me to help drive the algorithm, in their favor by typing their name and product in the search bar. So that's a service in and of itself that should be charged for. Number 2, then once I got the bike, there was no money for it. Yeah, I loved it. It was awesome. I wanted the bike, but I get paid nothing for it. You know what I mean? And okay, you get a bike in exchange, right? Maybe the bike is really pricey. You're saving money. They wanted the rights to the images. Perpetuity. They didn't want 5 years, 1 year, whatever the case may be. And when I asked about, hey, can we do 2 years on the rights or 1 year or 6 months? Well, we don't know when we're going to use it. Okay. Should I decide to be someone else, or should I actually become something more than what I am today, tomorrow, or 5 years from now? That to me is not a fair exchange for services. So guys, don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. I don't care how much your following is. I have met people with 500 followers, 1,000 followers that have charged $1,000, $500 for certain things. You can do this. You can do. Believe in yourself. Know your worth. You got this.